how's it going? It's Razor C92 and today we are talking about Game of Thrones. Obviously at the minute we are just finishing off our wall. We've still got loads to do on our wall. This is the wall out of Game of Thrones. This is not any wall, guys, this is the wall. Okay, so on this side of the wall we've got the north of the wall where all the White Walkers are and the Night King. We cannot wait to build them. And then this side is obviously the Night Watch and the 7 Kingdoms. Once we build them, we've not started building them yet, guys, because obviously we have to finish off the wall. And we're doing the wall with ice, and then we're going to be covering it with some rocks and then obviously snow. So the wall is going to be strong. Down here we've started the inside of the wall, because we obviously need to do the inside of the wall as well. So down here we have literally started the inside of the wall, and it's going to go all the way. Obviously the wall is massive, and then we are going to have entrance and lifts going up like they have in the Game of Thrones series. So guys, we are just going to finish off what we are doing. But today, guys, what we want to do, we actually want to talk to you about Game of Thrones. Obviously, guys, you have been watching Game of Thrones if you like Game of Thrones, but have you been watching closely at Game of Thrones? There's a lot of stuff you might have missed that you've not seen, and you're wondering why Jon Snow survived and stuff like that. How's he survived? He's died how many times? Once he took a sword to the heart, but he came back alive because of the Red Woman. Now, does Jon Snow need the Red Woman to bring him back alive all the time? No, he don't. Now the Red Woman's gone, and she will be coming back to King's Landing when her time is to die. But does he need a priest or priestess from the God of Fire? No, he doesn't. The Lord of Light don't need anyone to bring Jon Snow back, and there's a reason for that, because when she was bringing him back, the way she's done it, how long it took, she didn't think that he would come back. But now there's only one thing: as long as he's still got it, we'll bring Jon Snow back, because he is the rightful owner of the North. So him and Daenerys, which is Khaleesi, the Dragonborn, the mother of the dragons, they deserve to get married, and those two getting married, that will be perfect. That will be great. So let's get on with these theories, guys. So welcome to these theories of Game of Thrones. Hopefully guys, my audio is perfect. But up here, guys, we have got some pictures now. So the first one is, golly, guess what? Guess what? There's only one tile left. And that's not his fault, you know. He survived. He is Jon Snow's best friend. But golly, she has found out who Jon Snow is. But she don't know that she's found out, because she is from the other side of the wall in the north. But they might finally find out. But the thing is, they've not got the book anymore. So hopefully in the series they will find out, and there will be some more copies, or that someone else will know, or she remembers and finally he will listen to her. But other than that, guys, that is what is going on. So far, I was just like, when I was watching it, I was like, come on, please listen to her, man. Please listen to her. You need to literally listen to her right now. You will find out everything you need to know from that book. But he didn't want to listen. He was stubborn. He just wants to get away from all the maesters, and he'll want to go back to Jon Snow. He thinks he's useless where he is now, because he's not learning anything what he wanted to learn. When it takes time to learn, yes, you might have to get your hands dirty and stuff like that before you can get up to the top. But he wants to be beside Jon Snow right now, but Jon Snow has got other things on his plate right now than listening to what he thinks he knows when he don't know as much as he could have known if he just kept that book. So let's get on with a couple of more. Sorry about that, we're just laid back today still. We've still got obviously a lot of things going on with Game of Thrones, and I've not watched the last episodes yet. The only reason I've not watched the last episode yet is because I don't really want to know what's going on in it just yet. But I'm going to be watching it tonight, guys. I'm literally going to be watching it tonight, and I was just like, oh, do I have to really watch it? It's not going to come out for next year. It's going to end. But I am going to start from season 1 again, guys, just because I love it, and I've got all my Harry Potters to watch as well. But obviously with Jon Snow. Now Jon Snow, guys, he's the man. He's the bomb, guys. He is the guy. You know what I'm saying? Jon Snow is the guy we all need to be worrying about. We need to know that, is he going to survive? Is he going to get married to Khaleesi? He better get married to her. He really better get married to her. But other than that, guys, they're the best match ever. And yeah, he is just an awesome guy. He's the rightful king of the North. He should be the king of the North. But if him and Khaleesi get married and she wins the Iron Throne and she becomes the queen of the whole of the 7 kingdoms, then he will become the king of the whole of the 7 kingdoms, which is obviously really good. But Bran, now Bran is the Night King. So our theories go with Bran with the Night King. The only reason we've got a theory with Bran with the Night King is because there's a few similarities with him and the Night King. Not just that, they both got the same necklace, which is the only necklace, and other than that, they've got the same buttons, they've got the same style and stuff like that. So the theory goes Bran is the Night King. Hopefully he is not, because if Jon Snow defeats the Night King, he will be defeating Bran. But hopefully Bran can recover from that, because they say Bran is not actually Bran, and he is basically the 3-eyed raven, and Bran is stuck in with the Night King. But saying that, if Bran can finally get back to his own body, basically when he was with the 3-eyed raven, he was showing Bran of what he can see and stuff like that, trying to teach Bran to be the 3-eyed raven. But something went wrong along the way, and the 3-eyed raven went into Bran's body and Bran went into the Night King. And that is the theory so far. But we hopefully we're wrong. But we're right so far. With every research we have done, that is what we came up with. We've done the maps, we've done the lot, and that is what we came up with. Do you like my Dalek, guys? Got my Dalek there. There's my Dalek. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's what we come up with, and that is totally awesome. So, Daenerys, Khaleesi, the mother of dragons, guys, she is proper awesome. And so, if she wins the Iron Throne, guys, that is just going to be proper epic. But other than that, guys, okay, we're literally going to leave it here. It's only going to be a short video. There's a lot more we can go on as well, guys, okay? But there's a little clip I want you to watch of Jon Snow, okay, guys? How he survives. I'm going to show you that clip. He could have died in that water, guys. He could have died, and we think he did die. But his soul is connected with the sword, and he's the rightful owner of that sword. That sword was meant to be his. That's why when he tried to give it away, the other guy couldn't accept it. Why? Because it's rightfully been passed down to Jon. So it was meant to be passed down to Jon Snow. And the only reason that is because his soul is connected to that sword now. So when the soul opens its eyes, Jon opens his eyes. The sword is keeping Jon Snow alive. So hopefully he don't lose it again, because he has lost it a couple of times. But anyway guys, I really hope you liked this video. You know what to do now guys. Smack that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in my next video. Guys, as you can see, that literally Jon Snow, okay, is staying alive by the eyes of his sword. The reason being is his soul is in his sword. He is connected with this sword. So if you guys ain't been watching closely, here is the good view guys of what has been going on. And that is why Jon Snow can never die as long as he has that sword.